Nancy, I like it when the gal says, you know, if you don't hit him very hard, it doesn't hurt so much, but if you hit him harder, it hurts even more. It's a very brilliant observation. So far, we heard from an English rock group that dares to mix politics and pop music, a dangerous, if not courageous, thing to do. We have watched Nancy Friday's overview of S&M, and now we take a look at the outer fringe of making movies. Joining us is Divine, who is an underground movie cult hero, and director John Waters. Their past films have included Female Trouble, Desperate Living, and a work called Pink Flamingos, which we have discussed here tonight. It shocked even hardened watchers of underground films. Now they have an R-rated picture on the way. In fact, it's here in town and could be across America very shortly, called Polyester, which stars appropriately Tab Hunter. They're trying to reach the mainstream of American life. Would you please welcome Divine and John Waters. Gentlemen, welcome. I've forgotten this, but you were on this program about 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I can't believe that you've made this film, Pink Flamingo, where you go over after the dog has done the thing and you... Tell me it's not so.
Deep health food.
I mean, why would you make a picture that has that kind of a scene? I mean, that's disgusting.
Well, it was disgusting, but it was also funny. And we had $10,000 to make a film. There was no such thing as underground movies. We had to compete with Shampoo, the big movies. We had to get people's attention.
Well, on that budget, you can't buy chicken salad. I'll go along with that, okay?
So it really was a first and a last in movie history.
Are you trying to make things in motion pictures that are the sleaziest, scuzziest, scummiest things you
We used to, but we're basically, even with Pink Flamingos in the early films, all we're trying to do is get people to laugh. And people have a strange sense of humor sometimes.
Yeah. Well, like, what's funny to you, John?
Well, I thought that scene was... I like to make people laugh at something that you would generally never laugh at in real life. Like, there's a scene in Polyester where trick-or-treaters come to the door and the woman doesn't have any candy, so they kill her. All right, well... But people laugh.
No. Old Tom's progressive, but he kind of draws the line when we kill people. You know,
well, but see, they wouldn't laugh if it was their mother, but they laugh if it's in a movie. So I'm trying to make you laugh at something that you generally wouldn't laugh at. Mm-hmm. It's a nervous laugh.
Do you dress up as a woman in Polyester?
Yes.
Why do you do this all the time? Don't you like men's clothes?
All the time? No, I don't do it all the time. They're my work clothes. I mean, a lot of people pick up a pail and a cap and go to work.
Or
I put on a dress and a wig and a pair of heels. I was always drawn towards Victor Mature and Jane Mansfield when I was younger, and just felt closer to Jane, so I leaned up to that side.
Mm-hmm. How close did you want to get to Victor is the question.
No, not at all. I just wanted to make people laugh, and we thought it would be a funny thing. Because when you think of a blonde bombshell, you think of Monroe or Mansfield or those very shapely women. You don't think of a 300-pound man.
Mm-hmm. I was talking last night about a process you use in Polyester, which is called odorama. Tell me how. I've got the card here, but tell me how this works. I've heard of smell-o-vision, but I've never heard of odorama.
There was smell-o-vision and aroma-rama. What I wanted to do, I had a critic that one time said, if you ever see my name on the marquee, walk on the other side of the street and hold your nose. And I thought, God, if that isn't a mean review, I don't know what is. So I wanted to make a film that really stunk. So I tried to do odorama.
And you got it.
Yeah. So basically a number appears on the screen. You scratch and sniff the particular number. You want to try number 9?
Okay, just a second. Hold on. Here, you pass these out to the audience for Polyester, and at certain points in the movie, a number appears on the screen.
Flashing.
Okay, and it's of a particular scene, and you will smell what's going on the screen.
Whatever Francine smells.
Okay, now, you said number 9, and they hollered out, no.
There's a worse one than that. I was being kind.
I mean, are these bad smells?
Some are good, some are bad.
Tell me some of the good ones.
Rose, pizza. That's about it.
Which one?
2 out of 10.
Okay. What are some of the bad ones?
Well, try number 9 and see if you can identify.
Just give me a clue.
It's not that bad.
It's not. Number 2 is what you think it is.
Number 2 is number 2.
You really are a sleazebag, John. I got to tell you something. How long have you two known each other? Have you been partners a long time?
We grew up, Divine lived up the street from my parents, really, and we grew up together in the same suburban neighborhood in Baltimore.
No kidding. Following dogs up and down the street? Sensational, huh?
That was when we became adults.
What are you trying to... Are you doing this just to shock people? Is that the reason for it?
No.
Well, no, I think at first
it was shock value always appeals to me. If I'm walking to the store to get a newspaper and I see a car accident, it's better than just walking to the store because something happened.
It's mainly, though, like John said, to make people laugh, to entertain people. I mean, there certainly is an audience for the film.
Who do you think the audience is for this kind of merchandise?
Well, Polyester just opened in New York and surrounding areas in 52 theaters. So it's obviously other people, luckily for me, share our sense of humor.
52 theaters is not 600 theaters.
Well, it's going to. It's opening all around the country.
How's business? Is it any good?
Very, very
Phenomenal,
good.
yeah.
Who do you think the audience for this kind of thing is? Who would want to go, for example, and scratch number 2?
It's every walk of life. I mean, we've seen, we went to the opening last week. We covered 3 of the openings. And it was people with their wives, I mean. And,
Old people
and
kids?
Kids in college age. And, I mean, of course, there's your gay audience. And so it was a mixture of everything.
It was totally just people that have a good sense of humor, I think.
This is an R-rated picture. The others were X-rated pictures. Is this a trend now that you're going to try to become a little bit more legitimate or broaden your
I wanted
horizon?
to infect a larger group of people. So I thought we could sort of sneak in the back door with an R rating. And also, I mean, I've always tried to make people laugh. And we made successful midnight movies, and I felt if I kept doing that over and over, I would paint myself into a corner. So I tried to do something different this time.
Okay. Now, the last time that you were here, Divine, I think we talked about whether you are a transvestite or not. Excuse me.
We covered all those.
Yeah, but why aren't you? You say that you're not. Why aren't you?
Well, because I think a transvestite, I mean, the real definition of a transvestite, I think, is someone that lives in drag or gets off sexually in drag, which I don't do either one of those. Like I said, they're my work clothes. My favorite part of drag is taking it off. It's very uncomfortable, and I mean, I don't really enjoy it. I enjoy what comes from it if I can make people laugh, and because I am a comedian. So,
A comedian?
A comedian.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, if I'm able to do that, then great. Make people laugh and enjoy it.
I got no business asking this, and I mean, you'll hit me, but is Divine straight?
So, well, yeah, I have a wife and 6 kids in Oklahoma.
It's not quite a yes or no, but we'll accept it for the sake of argument. Divine, it's good to have you back with us again.
Thank you.
John, you're a crazed person. You really are low. We will continue from New York right after these announcements.